I'm Nathaniel, founder of MoRF Material, where I've been pursuing my passion in building materials for about 5 years now. So when I look at the material market, it bothers me a great deal that affordable building materials aren't healthy, and what is healthy isn't affordable. Medium density fiberboard is one of the industry standards. It's dirt cheap, roughly 40 cents to a couple dollars per square foot, and can be found everywhere, in cabinetry, IKEA furniture, you name it. My problem with MDF is, and many other secondary wood products, is the use of formaldehyde. For those of you who don't know, formaldehyde is a carcinogen and sensory irritant and can lead to bronchitis, shortness of breath, and/or cancer from long-term exposure depending on the individual's sensitivity. Additionally, something else that also bothers me a great deal is the environmental impact of cellulosic waste streams. Every year, millions of tons of paper waste end up in landfills where they break down and release methane. At the same time, agricultural waste like sugarcane waste is often burned, contributing to air pollution. Looking at these situations, I just couldn't allow myself not to do something about it. That's where my company, MoRF Material, comes in. We take that paper waste and sugarcane waste and use it to solve the issues I mentioned earlier with conventional building materials. Also, a little fun fact, most companies that use recycled paper still incorporate a fresh stream of harvested wood fibers to account for the variability in the paper fibers. For us, that stream comes from the sugarcane waste, which eliminates the need for harvesting trees and lowers our carbon footprint. Additionally, instead of using formaldehyde-based resins, we use a bio-based starch binder, eliminating the toxic emissions caused by many of the materials on today's market. The dyes we use are mineral oxides, making the whole thing formaldehyde-free and no added VOCs. And even though we aren't bleaching our material, we are still capable of producing a nice range of colors, as you can see here. But it doesn't stop there. A wide variety of textures are achievable, ranging from rough and rocky textures, marble colors, to the material's own unique texture. This building material can essentially be used for anything from art and acoustic panels to furniture and architectural interiors. Call me a little obsessed, but a goal of mine is to one day stand in a room where everything inside is made of MoRF material. The floors, the counters, the cabinets, chairs, tables, everything. Because realistically, that's exactly what we should be doing with materials. Replacing harmful materials with healthy ones. Out of the 90% of the time we spend indoors, we shouldn't be surrounded by such toxic materials. Also, as a side gig, we even make jewelry with our material. These pairs were coated in 100% plant-based varnish, and we will be having an Etsy store coming soon. As for the market opportunity, the US secondary wood products market, valued at nearly $285 billion in 2023, continues to grow, and most materials in the industry still remain toxic, unsustainable, or expensive. Through a study on MDF production costs, we found that if MoRF materials scaled to MDF's production rate, we could price our material at half the cost of MDF. And even if we're 100 times slower, we could still undercut premium competitors like Valcromat and Richlight by 50%. I believe their materials are priced around $20 per square foot up to $200 per square foot. And as regulations and consumer awareness grow, the demand for non-toxic sustainable materials increases. We intend to sell to architects, designers, and manufacturers who are seeking healthier, non-toxic materials for their projects. And in the process of scaling up, setting up business-to-business partnerships with companies and firms who want to integrate sustainable materials in their supply chain. And a little bit about the team. MoRF Material is driven by a team of architects and designers who have experienced the industry's material challenges firsthand. Our backgrounds in architecture and sustainability allow us to understand not just how to create an innovative material, but also how to integrate it into real-world applications. Through NSF I-Corps programs and business model competitions, we've secured over 7,500 in early stage funding, allowing us to validate industry needs and refine our product. Our work has also been recognized at climate tech showcases where we've connected with architects and builders seeking healthier, sustainable alternatives to MDF. Now our intention is scaling production, obtaining certifications, and expanding our industry partnerships. At this stage, we're looking for early adopters and strategic partners to help bring MoRF material into real-world applications. Whether it's an architect specifying healthier materials, a manufacturer looking for sustainable alternatives, or an expert in certifications and compliance, we welcome support in driving market adoption. And if any of you are in a position to assist us in any of these areas, please don't hesitate to reach out and connect with us. Thank you.
Could you talk about the potential supply challenges with the materials? Do you see the U.S. moving from sugarcane burning to sustainable practices like Brazil has in terms of sugarcane harvesting, or is your concept that you would use mainly imported product?
I'd say it's a little bit of both. Sugarcane waste is abundant everywhere. We actually burn 80% of it. And it actually cost me $200 per metric ton to buy the waste. And currently in the built environment, a lot of companies are starting to use bio-based fibers like hemp or sugarcane in their products. So I'd say so.
So excellent presentation. You showed some physically small samples, and I know over on your table there you have some other samples too. You showed jewelry. Is there a limit on the size? You think about lumber, 4 by 4 feet by 8 foot sheets for MDF and things like that. What are some of the constraints and what's practical for this?
Right, so at a large scale, we'd be producing these sheets at 4 foot by 8 foot. Currently, we have a small production size, but that's why we need funding to scale up.
To sort of go on piggyback off the efficiency, is there any more thermal efficiency to this sort of stuff as opposed to MDF or traditional plywood when building full-size homes?
Right. So I can only speak to that in terms of, or within the context of my personal experience. I haven't done the actual tests to do it, but from what I've noticed, they retain heat pretty well.